Hey guys, Black Belt Dragon again. So yeah, you're probably wondering it's a little late on the side for the Brotherhood Social, and because there was a little bit of behind the scenes difficulties, and I don't want to waste my time right now to say that, but let me just tell you, I think I'm gonna have to skip another episode. So yeah, the Brotherhood Social episode, I really like it. That's pretty much I have to say. I can't say too much else because I want to get to this episode, Crusaders of the Lost Mark. For one thing, no Indiana Jones reference. So yeah, that's pretty much a shame right there. So yeah, nothing really special happens in this episode, just to put it out. I mean, it's just an episode where the Cutie Mark Crusaders help Pipsqueak. Yeah, you remember Pipsqueak. They help Pipsqueak try to become class president. But then Diamond Tiara, yeah, she's back. So Diamond Tiara is pretty much just trying to win class president. She fails, then Pipsqueak becomes class president. And so when he becomes class president, then when he becomes class president, he decides that he wants to build a better playground for the school, and that's okay. Diamond Tiara somehow gets suffered out of this because she loses her best friend, and we find out that her mom was the one who was pushing her to try to be the best and not deal with poor people or anyone without a cutie mark. So yeah, and it's also a little bit of a musical. So the Cutie Mark Crusaders pretty much just go to her and try to tell her what she needs to do and what's the right thing to do. And then when Pipsqueak finds out that the school doesn't have the money to get the new playground, he can't be, the president of the school. So now Diamond Tiara literally tries to go upstage him, but the Cutie Mark Crusaders try to stop her, and so yeah, we get this little bit of a chase, and so after that, pretty much she learns how to be good. She finally learns her lesson. Diamond Tiara learns how to become a leader, to become what she needs to be. She asks her parents to pay for the playground so that the school can get new playgrounds, and then eventually the Cutie Mark Crusaders learn that they pretty much have to help others to try to see if they can get their cutie marks and help them know about their destiny. And so then some kind of great shining light appears and the Cutie Mark Crusaders get their cutie marks. Oh, what wonder, I guess. So yeah, pretty much they get their cutie marks, and finally, yeah, and then there's this big ending song, and then they kind of reuse some footage from the intro. Yeah, you can pretty much tell it's reused. And then pretty much another picture and stuff. I'm guessing that's going to be the new intro to the show. I have no idea. So yeah, pretty much that happens, and yeah, that's it. That's the whole episode. Nothing special happens. I know, I'm being sarcastic, of course. The Cutie Mark Crusaders getting their cutie mark, and also Diamond Tiara becoming good and actually being developed are two great things about this episode. And I do think this episode is great. But I have one major problem. Yes, obviously, I have to have a major problem about this. I mean, you can't ignore the fact. I mean, for how exciting this is, it's a little overhyped. I mean, it's not like we were not expecting them to get their destinies, but it's what destinies they got. That's my major issue. I mean, obviously the symbols and how they look like, they're what we expected, but I don't know, I mean, when we first saw these characters, we kind of knew what their destinies were going to be. I was thinking, I think people were thinking, Sweetie Belle's going to be a singer, Apple Bloom is going to be a carpenter, and Scootaloo is going to be an athlete. That's what their destinies were meant to be. People were really suspecting it. Even if, that was the result in the end, even though it would be predictable, it still would have been a satisfying conclusion. But then we get to the episode Appaloosa's Most Wanted, where they were trying to help people understand their destinies, and I think they've actually tried to do that a few times before. I can't remember too much of those episodes about it, but you can say that they were trying to push them to try to, learn about their true destinies, I guess. But then when you really, like I said, I'm not saying that what they got in the end was not good. I mean, it was satisfying in a way, but I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Like, for one thing, they got the same cutie mark. I mean, the only thing that's different is the symbol in the middle, but that's the only difference. Like, literally, if you look, like, far away, their cutie marks are exactly the same. Like, really? They all have this, all three of them have the same destiny. The same destiny. I mean, I don't know if we've ever seen a pony who has the same destiny, but this is a little bit stretched. Like, hear me out. It's a little stretch knowing that for all the 5 years we've been, this is like, really like, a little bit of a stretch because their destinies are to help others gain their cutie marks. Like they were trying to do for themselves. It feels like it's a way for them not to split up and not lose that treehouse. Like, because, I don't know, I felt like this was slapped on in the last minute. Like, this was, like, fan service. And this was written by Amy Keating Rogers, and she's supposed to be somewhere else now. She's, like, with Disney. Like I said, she wrote a few episodes, and now she's with Disney. So, what? I'm guessing that she listened to the fans saying that we don't want these characters to split up, so I'm guessing she pretty much just wrote down, okay, let's see, what should I do? Make sure they don't split up. I guess all of them have the same destinies, and, they have to be together, so I guess their destinies are to, try to help others gain their own destinies. So pretty much they're doing the exact same thing before, except they're just helping others. Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you? At all. So what? So I'm guessing Sweetie Belle's just gonna still sing. Apple Bloom is pretty much a good builder. Scootaloo still likes to be athletic, but this time they just have to use some parts of their abilities just to help others. I mean, I'm not saying that in a way this is bad. I mean, we've had teams in other medias try to work together to solve a problem. Obviously, something like superheroes and stuff, but they all have their unique differences. And I like the fact that these characters have very different personalities. All of them have unique and wonderful personalities. But the problem is when you're trying your best, trying to figure out how is this going to end well, and somehow you're just belatedly trying to not make sure that they don't split apart, and episodes that pretty much just for them to be together and having the same cutie mark. I'm not even joking. It's the same cutie mark, except the middle is different. I know it's a way of saying, oh, come on, it's not like this is a way of bad, but I'm not saying it's bad, it's just, it feels forced. It feels really, really forced. And I'm not saying that in a way that it's bad, like I said before, but you have to admit the faults that it's forced. I mean, I'm not saying this is bad, but, like, really, going to the future episodes, they're still going to be called the Cutie Mark Crusaders because they've been living by that name for the next 5 years. And now they're going to keep being that even though they already have their cutie marks. And so now we're going to have adventures of them helping others discover their cutie marks, which is, great. But they're pretty much still doing the same thing they've been doing before. It's not like a new chapter in a way. I mean, you can say new chapter helping other people and maybe slice of life kind of stuff. But still, they're doing the same thing. They're not like, the only difference is that they're helping others instead of helping themselves. They're still doing it. Like, I can't say any more than that. Though I do suspect, like, is Babs Seeds coming back? Are they going to be conversating about stuff? There is season 6 coming out, obviously. Maybe we can finally get that episode where Discord gets to be their friend. I mean, that was in the comics, so I'm guessing probably it'll be in the show if the writers can get to it. Like I said before, I'm not unhappy about this, and you're probably wondering, did you complain about the songs? No, I didn't. I actually thought that the songs were well done for this episode, though, of course, they do feel rushed as well. Like, obviously, this whole episode feels rushed. It could have just been a regular two-parter episode and would have been good, but obviously we had to get this fast in the way. We have more episodes coming up. And pretty much, yeah, I'm going to be reviewing those future episodes, though I am very sorry that I had to skip another one. I had a reason for Princess Spike, and pretty much too much of a delay for Brotherhood of Social, and because, like I said, behind the scenes problems. So yeah, like I said, I really like this episode, and I think it's well done. I'm not too disappointed about their cutie marks, but I felt like it could have been so much more. So yeah. Black Belt Dragon signing out, and I'll see you on my next MLP vlog.